Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any questions. I love to hearing from you, and I will be able to answer your question more thoroughly through email. If you have any video that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. The purpose of my YouTube channel is to help people to make home cooking as part of their daily routine so it can be a viable alternative to fast and ultra-processed food. I developed a cooking system, which I call it the fast cooking system, and it has 4 components. That is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and tempeh-based cooking. And out of the 4 attributes, stir frying is the centerpiece of this cooking system. Because through stir frying, you can cook a dish usually in less than about 5 to 7 minutes. And that makes home cooking feasible because you can return home and able to put a meal on the table in less than 30 minutes, which is about the amount of time that normally you will get your food through fast and ultra-processed food. But in this case, you will cook from scratch using all fresh ingredients. For most people, stir frying is probably the most significant obstacles for them to achieve and to adopt this cooking system. Many people would tell me that they have never stir fried before and they really do not know anything about stir frying. And they said from watching how people stir fry on the YouTube videos or any other type of videos, it seems to be intimidating. And what I would like to tell all those people is that stir frying is actually much simpler than you realize. In fact, most of you probably have done some stir frying in some capacity already. You might not be using a wok, but you are actually stir frying. And the basic principle of stir frying is easily understandable if we actually go to and look at stir frying in a frying pan, which most of you probably have done anyway. Now here is a cast iron frying pan. I'm going to demonstrate how to use this frying pan for doing stir frying. Now the primary attribute of stir frying is that all the ingredients are cut into small pieces. And the reason was very simple, because if the ingredients are small, it is much easier for you to cook them. This will reduce the time that required for cooking them. Now in the case of this frying pan, you notice that I put some oil in it, but the frying pan has a large surface. This is a 12-inch frying pan, so the oil barely covers the surface of the frying pan. Would that matter? Probably not, because ultimately it is the heat of the frying pan that is important. And once you start to stir fry, you will notice that the oil will coat all the food ingredients anyway. So this is a demonstration of some type of stir frying you probably have done in the past. What I'm doing here is that I am sauteing some onion. I'm sure almost anybody who cooks has done this particular job before. Now next, I'm going to cook some egg with this onion. So right here, what you're doing is that you are mixing the egg with the onion. Instead of using a wok, you're using your frying pan. The process is exactly the same. So basically, using this method, you can cook the egg very rapidly. Now the differences between stir frying in a frying pan and in a wok is actually relatively small, as you can see here. This vegetable dish contains several different kinds of vegetables that include zucchini, carrots, and Brussels sprout. So what I have done here again, I go back to my cast iron frying pan. First, I add some carrot. And because the carrot takes a little bit longer time to cook, again, you notice that basically I'm moving the carrot around. The most important thing you notice that is that during this stir frying process, that movement of the vegetables is really important. And then also the vegetable cut into very small pieces. And next, I add the Brussels sprout and the zucchini to the wok. Again, you notice that the constant stirring is important because by stirring them regularly, it's much faster for you to cook them. And this makes cooking a dish like this much simpler. So stir frying basically is that to take vegetable cut into small pieces and then you mix it together by using a spatula. So now you have a vegetable stir-fry dish that contains the 3 different kinds of vegetables that I have shown you earlier. There's a lot of benefit to stir-frying. The main benefit is speed. By able to cook something quickly, you're able to save fuel. In fact, this is how stir-fry originated before. In here, I am stir-frying some noodles. I use a pair of tongs to mix the noodles together. One important advantage of stir-frying is that you can add different kinds of vegetables at different time. It is all depend on how long you want to cook the vegetable. Those vegetables that you want to cook longer, you add them in the beginning of the cooking process. And the vegetable that you only want to cook a short time, you can add them a little bit later. So this way will allow you to control the doneness and consequently the texture of the food ingredients. In this case, you can cook everything just perfectly without undercooking some of them or overcooking the others. This method is frequently known as sequential stir-frying. So as you can see in this set of examples, is that stir-frying is basically a very simple concept. The whole idea is that you cut ingredients into smaller pieces so they can cook fast. However, there's a distinct advantage of stir-frying is that this will allow you to control the texture of different kinds of food ingredients and provide the freshness. It's also the benefit of cooking with all fresh ingredients. Here is a demonstration. I'm cooking something called soy tofu puff. Now, I have now moved to a wok. This is a Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. An advantage of a wok, as you will quickly notice, is that you can stir-fry ingredients in it with far more rigor than you would if you stir-frying in a frying pan. The reason is that a wok with a high side will prevent food from spilling out from the wok, whereas a frying pan, which is a much lower side, much less or more likely for them to have things spill over the frying pan. Again, you can see the basic idea is very much the same, except the movement of stir-frying is quite different. Now, however, a wok can be also used like a frying pan. Like in this case, I am using the wok to make an omelette. Now, obviously, you can make this as effectively in the wok as you would in a frying pan. This Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok is also known as a wok pan because it has a relatively large bottom surface area. And because of this, you can actually use it as a frying pan. In this case, I use this wok to fry some hamburger. And the benefit of all of this is that now if you have a wok with this kind of capability, allow you to do many other things. In this case, such as cooking a grilled cheese sandwich. Or you can use the wok to make French toast. All of this suggests to you the flexibility of a wok. But in terms of stir-frying, the wok is definitely a more convenient way to cook, but it's not essential to have it for stir-frying. So if you have a question that whether you need a wok for stir-frying, and the answer is no, because a regular frying pan would do a very good job, except, as shown here, a wok gives you much greater efficiency in the stir-frying process. Stir-frying, without any question, is probably the most efficient method for cooking. It greatly reduces the cooking time, and I strongly recommend stir-frying as the cooking method for the 21st century. So if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.